snore and your manners are atrocious.
You think that's important? You're a snob.
You're a slob. You're overweight. You're disgusting.
You're together?
Sort of. Do you mind?
You're like an old married couple.
Are you married, George?
Not usually.
Whatever do you mean?
Well, not normally.
You're getting divorced.
Yes, definitely.
From Peter Weir, the director of Dead Poets Society, comes the story of two total strangers who entered into a marriage of convenience.
I now pronounce you man and wife.
Bronte, is this true?
Yes, but it's not the way you think.
They thought they'd never have to see each other again until...
I'm with the investigation department of the INS.
The what?
The Immigration Service.
the government changed everything.
Let him move into my apartment. I can't believe you're saying that.
But if marrying a stranger doesn't shock you, then letting spend a couple of nights sleeping on the sofa, well, that shouldn't shock you either.
You don't like me, do you?
We don't have to like each other. We just have to be married.
There's been a major clampdown on illegal aliens marrying for residency status.
Let me do the talking.
I'll do the talking.
How did you two meet?
We sort of crashed into each other.
Get that story straight.
Mom, Dad.
What's going on?
This is George, the handyman.
You hereby swear that the evidence you're about to give is the truth,
I'm a composer.
the whole truth,
A refugee.
and nothing but the truth.
He's not a spy or something.
I'm the husband. We're together. Okay.
Touchstone Pictures presents France's most acclaimed actor, Gerard Depardieu, and America's newest film sensation, Andy McDowell, in the story of two very different people sharing one very unusual relationship.
You just have to trust your instinct.
Green Card, a Peter Weir film.
I used to think a wedding was a simple affair. Boy and girl meet, they fall in love, they say I do. I was wrong. That's getting married. A wedding is an entirely different proposition. You fathers will understand. You have an adorable little girl who looks up to you and adores you in a way you could never have imagined.
Dad, I met a man in Rome, and we're getting married.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I'm engaged. I'm getting married.
Right then, I realized my day had passed. Annie, it's a little nippy out. You might want to put on a sweater.
Dad, it's okay. I'm kind of warm.
So there's a chill in the air, and you've been on a plane.
Dad, I'm fine.
Annie, it is kind of cold out.
It is?
Yeah.
All right, thanks. I'll get my jacket.
I was no longer the man in my little girl's life. Old Dad was history. I remember seeing someone who looked like Brian's twin on America's Most Wanted.
First, the wedding of our children.
Wedding coordinator? What's a wedding coordinator?
Master and Mrs. Boggs and the lovely bride.
We're gonna color coordinate with the swans, right?
Swans? I have a great idea where we can have this wedding.
Where?
The steak pit.
I don't think you want the word pit on the wedding invitation.
I'm leaving.
I hope George didn't get lost up there.
He's gonna be fine.
Finally, the big day arrived. The day I'd been dreading for the past 6 months. Well, actually, for the past 22 years. Before I knew it, I had to let her go. Good, I'll just go ahead.
Touchstone Pictures presents Steve Martin, Diane Keaton, Martin Short, and introducing Kimberly Williams.
I'm told that one day I'll look back on all of this with great affection and nostalgia. I hope so.
Good night, Mr. Banks.
Drive carefully. And don't forget to fasten your condom.
Dad!
Seatbelt, I meant seatbelt.
Father of the bride.
Adrienne Davis enjoyed her work,
Why would anyone ever want to cover these little guys up?
loved her husband,
I don't know what I'd do without you.
You'd think of something.
adored her child.
How you doing, honey?
Good.
She thought her life was perfect.
And I love you.
Until a coincidence made her wonder.
You know, the weirdest thing happened to me yesterday. I was with Charlotte at the Chesterfield Hotel, and she told me that she could have sworn she saw you go into the lounge there.
Now there are questions she can't answer.
You didn't go to Boston, did you?
Suddenly I'm a liar?
Mysteries she can't solve.
They discovered a fake necklace at the museum.
We traced the forgery to a jeweler in Stuttgart who said the necklace was made for a guy by the name of Daniel Sherman.
Evidence she can't deny.
You had his business card. I found it in your suit pocket.
What else am I lying about, Adrian? What else?
Suspicions she can't escape.
A man with a social security number that your husband claimed was his died 16 years ago.
Until there's only one thing she's sure of.
I don't know who you are.
Yes, you do. I'm your husband.
Nothing is what it seems.
Now we're all fair game.
I'm going to ask the police to reinvestigate Jack's death.
This complicates everything.
We don't know who your husband was.
Who knows anybody else, really?
You know what I'm thinking?
Well,
How lucky I am.
Goldie Hawn, John Hurd. Deceived.